Hi guys, and welcome to An American Girl Mom's video review of Joss's VW bus. I really love this piece. It's one of my favorite pieces, so we'll be looking at it today. Have been featuring a lot of Joss's VW bus on my blog site, and I realize now that I never really reviewed it. I kind of just bought it, have used it, but there are things I love about it, things that I don't, and I know a lot of people out there are thinking, should they get it or should they not? And there's just some features that I wanted to show you that I think could have been better, and some things that I think are really super awesome. So you get a little bit of both. The side panel here is actually one of the strangest things that I think I found on the bus. I understand why it's there. It's covering the battery pack, which powers the horn and that kind of thing. Up higher, somehow a shower, or it really lacks in a sink. I mean, there's just a lot of things that the VW bus doesn't have and doesn't have room for that they could have turned that into. I'm here because I have been featuring a lot of Joss's VW bus on my blog site, and I realize now that I never really reviewed it. I kind of just bought it, have used it, but there are things I love about it, things that I don't, and I know a lot of people out there are thinking, should they get it or should they not? And there's just some features that I wanted to show you that I think could have been better, and some things that I think are really super awesome. So you get a little bit of both. The side panel here is actually one of the strangest things that I think I found on the bus. I understand why it's there. It's covering the battery pack, which powers the horn and that kind of thing, and the windshield wipers and the lights. But it really doesn't make sense at the height that it's at. If you see, I have a doll sitting and a doll standing, so you can kind of get a little perspective. They're actually sitting back a bit, but you can see that comparatively, it could have easily been a table, and yet they chose not to do that by having the battery pack here and then just all of this empty, wasted space. I feel like this would have been a great place to put, say, a table would be great, or if they put it up higher, somehow a shower, or it really lacks in a sink. I mean, there's just a lot of things that the VW bus doesn't have and doesn't have room for that they could have turned that into. The next thing is the back hatch. I really love the way that it opens, but I don't like the fact that you can't change the license plate. I feel like if American Girl just sold individual license plates that you could get custom, I would totally buy that just for my VW bus, because I do love this piece. It's actually my favorite American Girl piece of all time. I'm really glad that I invested in it, though I do still feel that it was quite expensive. It is a really large item, and we'll get to more of the space on the inside. So here is the inside, and you can see that I have put this piece in here, and I'll get to that in a little bit. So I'm going to take everything that I have in here and that I always keep in here out. So you can see, let me tilt this up a bit. You can see Greg doll in the back seat, and he kind of gives you a perspective. You do have a lot of space back here, which I think is great. Again, though, I feel like it's kind of wasted space, because I feel like there could have been easily a table that came out or some kind of fold-out thing, so you just had more room in the VW bus. So in here, I have a lot of their staple items. The coffee cups fit really nice. I like that. You got a lot of space in this particular drawer. And then over here, we have the pop-out stove with the little dials and stuff, which I think is adorable. I mean, I don't use it a lot, but it's there. I kind of actually forget that it's there. So then you have the cooler here. We keep that stocked full of all of our goodies. I've added a little frying pan in there. And over here we have a bag of bananas, because you absolutely have to have your bananas, and there's other, I think those are my avocados in there. I have a little plant. I feel like her bus really screams out it needs a plant, and I know they included the little flower in the flower vase in the front, but it doesn't really meet that requirement. Okay, so for some things that I keep back here in this space, I keep their luggage, and it is full of, this bus is actually Melony and Greg's all-time dollhouse. They live here, so I keep what I call their stuff. It's just their types of clothes, stuff I know that I would put them in when taking photos of them. So I have that back here with their clothes. A must-have for Greg to have in the back is his banjo, which I've stuck his pick there. I kind of wish like a part of this would slide out so that it had a place for the pick. So one of the things that I've converted for Joss's bus is the American Girl Salon cart. I got this one used. It does have some scratches and stuff. I don't feel at all bad about putting stickers or anything like that on my stuff. If I like it on there, I put it on there. I feel like this green is kind of really awesome with the blue. If it matched better, that'd be great, but I wasn't going to paint it because it was close enough for me, or I liked how it kind of matched and went along with the stripes along the side of her bus. So some of the things that I've changed about this is not just the top here. Obviously, I've put a sticker, but I've made this into a sink. I painted this silver. I added this little tray. It's just the bottom off something out of the recycling. I don't even know really what it is, but it's flat. There's really a hole here for, I think it's for the hairdryer to go through. I didn't need that, so I put that there. I've already scratched the paint a little bit, but it also will scratch here on the sides. I just used like an acrylic paint. I wanted it to be a little shabby chic. It turned out a little more shabby chic than I wanted, but that's okay. So I had this extra sink, and as you can see, I've just put like poster board back here, and I've painted it silver so that it kind of matches. I don't feel like I'm really done with it at this point yet. I'm probably going to put some trim in there and make it look a little more nice. But for right now, it's functional. It's their sink in the bus, because I feel like this set should have really had some kind of sink. So down here we have the drawers, and this actually works out really nice for a cabinet for the bus. So in this drawer right here, I keep their olive oil. I really like this particular set for this because these drawers are really deep. I could put a lot of things in there. I just really haven't yet. I'm sure I'll put more stuff in there later as I get things. In this drawer is their cutting board and their knife. It fits in there super nice. So this is kind of like their kitchen cart. Down here I have put the dishes and their silverware and stuff. Really don't like that pink set, but whatever. And in here, the bowls actually stand up really nice because this drawer is missing. Like I said, I bought this used, I think on eBay for like $10. And I bought this drawer in a purge sale on Facebook for, I don't know, $3 or $4. If I found another one, yeah, I would buy another drawer, but really it just works out really nice. Their little bath mat is in here as well. So I guess I had that the other way. But then in this drawer, like I said, this is really deep, so their blender fits in there. And I really like that because I wish it was a coffee pot, but it's a blender. So they make a lot of smoothies. I don't remember what set I got that particular blender from. And in here is Greg's cereal. You know, that's like his staple. I don't have a lot of other things in here right now. This is their spice rack. I've made these little spice bottles from things I got from Dollar Tree, and I just printed some labels, and they've got some little beads in them. They're all kind of in the green family because the beads that I bought were all the same color-ish. But it's really cute because they can go right up here. Also on this, I've put a beach towel. Really, any towel would have worked really nice. I was going to use this as part of my not only kitchen sink, but like set it up with the shower that I'm going to install. I have not installed one yet. I don't want to alter Joss's bus too much. Like I don't like to, I don't know, I don't want to like glue hooks or things like that to it. So it fits in here really nice. It can even turn sideways and give me a little more room here, which I'll add more stuff later. These are their blankets and their pillows, and Greg has one of the pillows in there right now, but I was going to do a scene in which they have company over. Turns out the van really doesn't hold 4 dolls unless one of them is driving, but we'll get to that when I show you the inside. It fits when I close it back up, so it doesn't really press against it at all. It moves his seat a little bit, but it fits in perfectly. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to this side of Joss's bus and kind of show you around on what I've got going inside. It's a tight space in there, but I think I've utilized it pretty well. So my first criticism, I guess, would be that this light doesn't give off a lot of light. I would have loved to have seen lights on the other side, on the inside. Maybe I can kind of show you the roof. I think I put up a map up there, but I don't really like it. But it's so dark in the back, you really can't make out much inside, unless you're right up in there. But you can see Greg's sitting here. He's got some to-go food from his friend's restaurant, from Earl's restaurant. They brought a bottle of wine, some snacks, and later him and Melanie are going to play some Magic the Gathering. But I'm going to show you kind of what I've got going on the shelves and stuff. Okay, so this is the inside of Joss's bus. You can see here I have Greg's pillow. I have Melanie's camera. I have Greg's new headphones. I have a little food bag here, and I'll show you all the things that I keep inside this one. This is Melanie's computer bag, and back there we have Greg's guitar, and this is their little bathroom bag. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have little rubber bands, like a clear rubber band holding up his guitar there, just to kind of make sure it stays laid back. Another thing I wanted to point out is that I love her curtains because they're nice and plain and they feel like they go with everything. But I wish they had found a way to take them off easily so that we could give her some weird hippie vibe, because that's kind of what I'm going for with my bus. So at some point I'm thinking I might embroider those, but I just haven't decided on with what or how I want it to look yet. So this is the stuff that I had hanging back there. I love this bag. It's part of the allergy set from American Girl, which I also love that set. And I just keep a few things in here. I don't have a lot of things to keep in here. So as I acquire more stuff that I want to keep in the bus, I'll add things to it. But we just have a little allergy spray, which I think looks kind of like eye drops. And some allergy medication, which just looks like it really looks like a bottle of vitamins to me. So they're just in there. And then this is just Melanie's computer, which she does all of her blog stuff on. This is just the stock photo that came with it. And this bag, I think, is from one of the books, little book sets. And then this is their toiletries bag. And I really have it crammed full of things, but this is where their shampoo and Melanie's conditioner and some toothpaste, and I'm betting her toothbrush is also out in here. Yep. I really need to get Greg his own toothbrush because that should also be in there. But this is what I have so far for inside on that particular shelf. So I really love this hook because it does hold a lot of things. I could easily put a couple more bags hanging there and they really wouldn't take up too much space. I think that was for Joss's skateboard, which, you know, Melony and Greg have no use for a skateboard, so that freed up that space. And here, it comes with this little basket, which I love this. We have some shaving cream, some peroxide, toilet paper, one of Greg's tattoo machines, which I'll kind of review that all on its own. It's a keychain from eBay. And then Melony loves to read the American Girl magazine, so anytime I find these or when they have them in the magazine that you make them yourself, I adore those. So I tried to have a couple there for her. So I love that the table folds up. So these are the things that I keep in this drawer. We have Greg's green sandals. He wasn't really happy with his pink ones, so we got him some green ones. I'm still not really thrilled because they have little flowers on them, but he doesn't seem to mind. This is Melony's lunchbox. She takes her lunch every day to work, so we just have it filled up with work stuff. There's a little ice pack in there, an apple that I've wrapped up in some plastic wrap, a sandwich, and her water bottle, some lotion or soap, hand soap maybe. These are a couple of ring boxes. This, I believe, was a Barbie item. This came with the American Girl advent calendar. It had the black piece in it. I took it out. It fits perfectly in this one. And you can see that we have a future present for Melony. She just got the snowflake ring out of that set. So, out of the, it's a different set. It came with the snowflake purse. These are a couple of mini brands, Axe body spray and some deodorant for Greg. And they have some really nice washcloth napkins in here. And Melony's old wallet, she got a new one for Christmas, but it has like some old boarding passes, and this is her passport, or Greg's passport. They don't go anywhere, so I guess they really don't need it, but it's in there if they decide to ever go across the border. This is Greg's razor. I wish it was a little more masculine. Maybe somebody else paint it black. And then Melony has one of the American Girl books in here. I love these for her, so she's got some in here. But there's also some in the dollhouse. And this is her to-do list. It also came in one of those books that comes with a little set. So you can see that this drawer kind of holds a lot of stuff. It's not very deep though, and I really didn't like that it doesn't hold Joss's computer in there. It's just not deep enough to lay it the way I want to. So I wish this drawer was a little bit bigger, but I understand why it's not, because it butts up in the middle against the other two drawers that pull out in the back, so it can only be so deep. Still, I wish it was just a hair bigger. So this is the front seat of Joss's bus. I keep Melony's purse up here most of the time. Greg's coffee fits perfectly in between the seats. I have some Disney minis up here. You can see those there. I love the mice from Cinderella. That's why they're up there. And I feel like Melony would have some kind of collection, so she's got a few of those. One of their cell phones. I only have one cell phone in here for the two of them. But it just sits up in the window. Greg's inhaler is in the glove compartment, along with a pack of facial tissues. I don't remember what set those came with, but they're in there and they fit nicely. Melony's face mask and Greg's harmonica. Last but not least, we have the top storage rack. I love that there's a storage rack here. I wish that these were a little easier to unhook, but I just keep their chairs up here all the time. I'm going to make some bags for these chairs eventually. I don't have any. They're from, I don't even know where I got these two from. Sometimes if I want to put other things in the back of the bus, I will put like Melony's luggage and stuff up here. because it fits really nice, or her doll boxes fit really nice up here too. So that's it for me today. If you have any comments or have any questions, just let me know down in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe to us. And if you come up with any brilliant ideas for things you could do with this or things you've done to yours, I would love to see them. I do have plans to put a shower into the somewhere in the exterior or off of the side. I have a lot of plans in the works. I just don't want to make too many alterations to it, to the bus itself. So give me your ideas. Thanks.